Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I'm your host, the Housecode Gamer, and today we're taking a look at the Quark Marauder, or rather, the Decora's-class Marauder. The Decora appeared during Season 1 of TNG, specifically the episode The Last Outpost, which was also the episode we were introduced to the Ferengi proper. The first two seasons of TNG were very odd. But, then again, every Star Trek series, with one glaring exception, always has an awkward beginning to make up for a far more capable end. Well, capable series. And the Ferengi were no exception. Conceptualized as the Klingons of TNG. Right before it was decided they were too goofy to be a threat with those gigantic ears. I mean, come on, their ears are too sensitive. All you have to do is clap loudly and they're in extreme pain. Which brings us to the Boeing question. Ferengi ships are designed for two things: P and P. Profit and piracy, respectively. These are effectively armed cargo ships, and it kind of shows. Oops. After all, they have the unique Ferengi bridge, which I will show you right now. Most of the time, the bridges don't really matter.
Oh, I miss Rob.
That was inconvenient, but not like I can control what Hollow Lita says. But this is the important part of the bridge. You have total bank exchange. Not just account bank, but personal and fleet bank, if you're in a fleet. Access to mail, access to a special DOF trader, access to Dabo, as well as all the usual bridge amenities. Selection of a small craft, library files, you get the idea. The Tier 4 version of this ship is a little more, well, Tier 5 version of this ship is a little more tactical biased. However, the Tier 5 version also has 4 aft weapons instead of 3. With an evened distribution. And the battle module does not have any bonuses at all. And this isn't the only Tier 6 version of the Decora. The other, the Nagus class, is only available for certain people. Being gifted certain... I don't know what they did, but they received the ship under certain circumstances. Circumstances that nobody is willing to talk about. Maybe they donated $10,000. Maybe they performed such and such STF. Maybe they were beta players. No one knows. No one's willing to talk about it. And as you might have noticed from the Universal Console, this is a Miracle Worker ship. With Miracle Worker capabilities. The ship's starship trait is, of course, very Ferengi. Motivated by greed. Aceton beam and overwhelm regulators drain power from a target and give you more power. Now, because I'm on the ground, you're not going to see the actual max power limit. When you're on the surface, you don't see that kind of thing. Now to answer a bit of a question, why don't I take these ships into battle? Well, I try not to make these vids last any longer than they need to. And really, the bloody thing handles just like the Avenger. The only difference are the console layouts. A lot of ships handle an awful lot like a lot of other ships. It's just that some are very, very different. But yeah, there's only two ways you can get your hands on the Quark version of the ship. The Tier 5 version has long since been retired from the lockboxes. You can only get the Quark two ways. One, lockbox roulette. Have fun with that. Two, the Mud Store. The out of this wormhole bundle, which is also where I got my hands on the Maquis Condor Raider. I know the boys at STO don't use that name, but it is the older name, and it has showed up on it's shown up on screen more than once, so Condor it is. And the Jem'Hadar strike ship. Yeah, this is the third boat out of that bundle. Gotta love it, right? But yeah. If you want to get it, have fun. Because it's gonna suck to be you for a while. Housecoat Gaming, signing off.